Hi everybody, it's Lynn, and I have our May Beads of the Month Club. I can't wait to share this with you, but I did want to tell you a little bit about the Beads of the Month Club. Adornable Elements is the company. They've been in business since about 2000, I think, and they have several different clubs that you can become a member of. They have the Delica Beads of the Month Club, and that's 11 Delicas, the Miyuki Delicas. They have Miyuki Seed Beads for Beads of the Month Club. They have a Gemstone Beads of the Month Club, a Two-Hole Beads of the Month Club, a Hot and Trendy Beads of the Month Club, and a Fire Polished Beads of the Month Club. They also have a rotating club where you receive one of these each month. They alter from month to month. They also have a couple of add-ons that you can buy if you want to, and that is included in your Beads of the Month subscription at no additional shipping charge. They have a Findings add-on and also a Crystals add-on. I get the Findings Beads of the Month Club, and we'll be looking at those in this. You also get 3 patterns, downloadable patterns, every time you get a shipment from them. Right now, they only ship to the United States, but if you're interested in the subscription and you live outside the United States, you can contact their customer service and tell them where you are, and they'll tell you if they can ship to you and how much it would be to do so. So, I am a subscriber to the Seed Beads of the Month Club as well as the Rotating Beads of the Month Club. This is about my 4th shipment from them, so I have no idea what's going to be in here other than there will be seed beads and there will be the Findings add-on pack. So I also have a coupon code for you, and I'll leave that in the description, and that will save you 10% off of your first month's subscription. The code is Phoenix10, and I'll also leave the link to their website down below when we get done here. All right, you guys, well, give me a minute to get organized. I'll be right back and we'll start. Okay, well, here is our Findings Companion Pack. And as you can see, this month it's in bright silver. So we'll go through this and I'll show you up close what each item is. The first thing we have is a pair of circle lever backs with multiple hoops. And these feel really good. They're good quality. You can tell when you feel them. So you can dangle some little beads off of that or come up with anything that you want to do to make it look great. Okay, so you get one pair of these. We also get a pair of square stud type earrings, and they give us the little rubber back with them, and they have the one hole there at the bottom. Okay, we get 2 of these clasps, and I love these clasps. You can glue a crystal right in there, a little teardrop crystal, and it opens by squeezing the little tab and pulling it out, and then you just push it back in to lock it in. So those are fun. Okay, and you do get 2. Okay, and then we get a 12mm Infinity Lobster Claw. That's nice too. And we also get a leaf and flower toggle clasp. That's very pretty. Okay, and we get 10 paddle pins. Adds a nice touch to, if you're like putting a bead on it and wrapping it. And we get 10 oval jump rings in 12 gauge. These are 11 by 8, So these are going to be super strong. Okay, there's a little rope edge. Okay, and they're telling us that we are saving 11.7% on this companion pack. The retail value is $14.67 and we pay $12.95. Okay, so I'll put these items away and I'll be right back with the seed beads. All right, guys, well, this is our seed beads of the month club. Now I do get a double size on this, and this is the size container it comes in. So you can see I didn't put very many out at all for us to look at, but you'll see how many you do get in this double club. Now if you decide you just want the single club, you can certainly do that. You get about half of what comes in the double club. So let's look at our colors. This month, our theme is Stars and Stripes. So we start out with matte metallic silver gray right here. Isn't that pretty? A very nice neutral. The next is garnet gold luster. And you can see the gold luster on that. I don't know if the camera's picking it up or not, but you can pick it up. And then we have Picasso matte red garnet. Very, very deep red. And you can see that those little specks of green in there, that's the Picasso finish. Then we have garnet lined ruby AB. Look at those. Pretty. Really nice AB finish. Okay, then we have matte opaque royal blue. This is this one. And I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but you get different finishes too. Like we have some mattes, we have some luster, we have some just regular. Okay, and then we have opaque cobalt luster. That's this. I love that color. Such a pretty color. And then we have silver lined gray. That's this. That'd be really pretty with black, don't you think? And then last but not least, sparkle pewter lined crystal. Look at that. Those are real pretty too. They do have some kind of coating on them. They're really pretty, very reflective. So that's our seed beads. Like I said, I get the double, but it is available also in the single. And it comes in these awesome little packets like this. They're kind of like a Tic Tac container. And you can reuse these. I mean, they're fantastic. I use them for a lot of things. Okay, so that's that. And my rotating club this month is the 2-hole beads of the month club. So let me put this away and I'll be right back with that. Okay guys, next up we'll look at the 2-hole beads of the month club. And in this club I get single because I'm still learning a lot about how to bead with multi-hole beads, and you know, I have a lot to learn as far as bead weaving, but I do love it. So let's take a look at what we have. First up, we have pink lined crystal Bebo beads. We get 7 grams of that in the single club. You get twice that if you wanted double. Pretty pink in there. And it's hard to show you the holes, but there's 2 little holes. They remind me a little bit of a peanut bead. So can't wait to see what I can do with that. All right, and next up we have Crystal Sunset Baroque Oval Cabs. Oh, can't you just see that is the center of a flower? It even looks like the center of a flower. And you can see right there the holes, how the holes run through that. So that's going to be fun to play with. And next up, we have Metal Lust Hot Pink Nibbit beads. I love Nibbit beads. They're one of my favorites that I've kind of worked with a little bit. And you can see how the holes run there. There's a hole through the smaller part at the top and then a hole through the bigger part at the bottom. And I love that metallic pink. That's really pretty. Very eye-catching. So there's our Nibbit beads. I'm making a mess. Okay, and then we have orange candy beads, 8mm candy beads. Also great for the center of a flower. And the holes run, well, hopefully you can see how they run. These are very shiny, high gloss finish. That's going to be fun. And I got to tell you, you'd be surprised how far these beads will go. They really do go a long way. It doesn't look like very many when you look at the little containers, but as you start to work with them, there are a lot of beads here. Okay, then we have carrot and spice Rula beads. Wow, that's pretty. They're kind of two-tone. Carrot on one side, spice on the other. Reminds me a lot of cinnamon. And Rula beads are a great two-hole bead as well. Okay, so we have that. And then we have Topaz Travertine Silky beads. I've never had silkies, so I'm excited to play with them as well. Okay, they're kind of like a tile bead, except for the way the holes run. You know, in a tile bead, they're kind of kept square, but in the silkies, it's kind of, the holes are at a diagonal. I don't know if you can tell, but they run like up one side on a tilt, like a diamond. So those are going to be fun to figure out too. And then after that we have opaque chocolate Cheops Parpuca beads. I've never had any of these either, but I have seen a lot of things done with them. And they are a little triangle that kind of sit like that. You can see those holes there. That's a nice, like, milk chocolate color. Huh. My mind is not working yet. It's early here, y'all. But I wanted to get this done for you so you could see what is available, what you might like to do. Okay, and then you usually do get super duos. So these are Pearl Shine Light Fuchsia Super Duos. And you get 10 grams of those. You get quite a few. Love that color. Especially with the Nibbits. Look at that. How cool are those two together? Love that. Love Super Duos. You can do so many things with Super Duos. All right, y'all. I wanted to mention to you as well that if you use my coupon code to subscribe, if they have the supply, they'll put you on the same rotation that I'm on. Like if you were to get the rotating club, they would try to give you the same things that I get, so that if, you know, when I come up with designs, you would have the beads to do so. This one, the retail value for these beads was $26.25, and we saved almost 13%. We saved $3.30. But I got to tell you, for me, it's not as much about how much we save as it is just the excitement of getting this and not knowing what's coming, not knowing what colors, someone else picking out beads for you, and it's a challenge to decide what you want to do with them, which for me, especially with bead weaving, that is one of the most fun things about it. Well, okay, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative for you. I look forward to trying to do something with all these beads. I love all of the seed beads we got. And like I said, that's double, but I think the single on the rotating, it really does give you a lot of beads. But, you can also get the double on that. Okay, well, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember to take good care of yourself. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.